Creeper. It's quite a simple project to make and great fun. My inspiration for this design comes from an idea that seems to have appeared in the world of design technology in schools in the last few years, where a motor is fixed to a small hairbrush or nail brush, and the motor itself is fitted with an off-centre mass. Sometimes you could call it a cam, so that when it spins, the off-centre mass causes the motor to shake, and then shakes whatever it's fixed to, causing it to vibrate, and you get this rather surprising appealing movement from the brush. Well, quite often I'm asked to go into schools and work with 3 classes of 30, so turning up with 90 of these is probably going to be a bit of a problem. So I've come up with this design, which uses my favourite material, Correx. The component count is quite small. All I've got here is a piece of 3mm Correx. It must be 3mm, and the flutes, the holes inside the Correx, must run across the piece. So it's roughly 12 centimetres long, 5 centimetres wide, with the flutes running across. For the legs, instead of the bristles of the brush, we're going to use pipe cleaners. The more legs you put on your creeper, the better it seems to work. Each pipe cleaner makes 2 legs. I think the minimum that the creeper needs is 6 legs, so you'll need at least 3 pipe cleaners. These pipe cleaners are about 15 centimetres long. What else do you need? You need a motor. Now you can use the standard round DC motor that's available from my supply service and elsewhere. But if you've got them, these flat-sided motors are a little bit more convenient because it's easier to fix them, glue them or tape them to the piece of Correx. But the round motors can be used, and they work absolutely fine. If I was going to do this in schools, I would turn up with the motors with wires soldered on. If you buy motors from me, I will solder wires on free of charge. So, what else do we need? We need a single AA battery holder. You could use the type with the solder tags at the end. I find this type with the wires pre-fitted easier to use. AA battery and the off-centre mass. It's just a wheel that's had a second hole drilled in the edge, and that is just simply pushed on like that. And that's it. It's a very simple project. Perhaps some eyes and a few pieces of material for decorating as well. The whole thing can be made just using sticky tape. First thing we're going to do is to fit the legs. They're just pushed through the holes in the Correx. As I said, it has to be 3mm. The 4mm, the legs will be too loose. I'll try and space the legs out evenly so that there's an equal length of leg on each side. It's not too critical. And again, the spacing between each leg as well, try and get that reasonably even. There we go. So that's our body done with the legs, and as I said, if you had more legs, that seems to make it work even better. I've got a glue gun handy, so I'm just going to glue the motor on. This type of motor, the wires are on top, so glue it on the other side where you've got a flat surface. As I said, you could use double-sided tape or just normal sticky tape, just wrap it round and glue it on level with the edge of the Correx so that there's room for the cam to, or the off-centre mass to turn round. Push it on via the second hole near the edge so that it can turn like that. Next we're going to glue the battery holder at the other end to balance the bug. It doesn't really matter which way round the battery goes, but I like to put it this way round because I'm not going to bother to put a switch on this. I'm going to switch it